Peaches, I'm Eleanor and welcome to Peaches by Starlight Tarot. This is your weekly pick a card reading and it is for the last week of May. In the last videos I had said I was only going to do monthlies from here on out, and I'm fickle and I've changed my mind, and there will still be a weekly video. It's just what I am changing is it will no longer be a pick a card, because what I'm finding is that all three stacks are kind of different ways of saying the same message, and I can maybe talk a little bit more and explain it a little better if I pull some more cards and just have one more in-depth reading instead of the pick a card. So it will still be 5 readings a month, one for the month and then one for each week for your sign. So that is all I'm changing. Like, share, and subscribe if you'd like to keep up and be notified of those every week. This is a general reading for the collective, so if it isn't really applying to your personal situation and you're going through something different and want a more in-depth advice or look into what's going on with you, I offer personal readings, and the link to my Etsy page where you can find those is below. Let's see, I think that's all. So let's get started. Alright, Cancer, so your theme this month has been the Four of Swords. So that's been taking a time out, regenerating, taking care of yourself, giving yourself what it is you need before you can move forward. And this week is magnify your intentions. And so there has been a lot of open energy this month, and now it's kind of like that final stretch and you're close to manifesting. So they want you to look at where your intentions have been scattered and widespread and reprioritize them, and take everything like you do the magnifying glass with the, the light, and concentrate it towards what's the first goal, the main thing, the priority. You can't manifest it all at once. There'd be a bottleneck. So you have to put them in order. What's the first thing I want? And focus all of your manifesting, creative, intention setting energy on that one thing. So I am using Sacred Geometry Activations and the Law of Attraction Tarot. I have stack 1, stack 2, and stack 3. They're timestamped below, so you can skip to the one or more than one that you feel has a message for you. Stack 1, you have the Hermit, the Nine of Wands, romantic love. It says the frequency of romantic love supports our journey to feel whole and complete through the experience with and reflection of a conscious lover. Okay. So the Hermit in this deck, it does reinforce this magnify your intentions energy. It talks about withdrawing your energy from anywhere it may be scattered and recruiting it for manifesting this one goal. The challenge here is to focus on what you want without focusing on the lack of it. Its absence and your desire for it more than the feeling that it would bring you once you have it. And so the Nine of Wands does suggest there have been some challenges and setbacks on getting this thing that you want into your life. And so that focus on the feeling that it would bring is more difficult. And so with romantic love as your focus, as that thing that you want to manifest, that's difficult to do. How you focus, it's going to be, you have to focus on loving, giving love, feeling love in your heart, and filling your heart with love, rather than that feeling of missing someone, and not giving into those feelings of loneliness, and not, it's like when it comes to the law of attraction or whatever, what you are watering and putting sun on, it grows like a plant. And so are you going to nurture the seed of love, or are you going to nurture that seed of loneliness? And so this is talking about a mirror. And so when you love yourself, you go forth first loving yourself and pour that loving into yourself first. You're showing a partner, you're showing the universe how it's done. You're doing the action, and then the universe mirrors that back to you. And so it's like the mirror doesn't do a thing and then you do it. You do the thing and then the mirror reflects it back. So there is you initiating that by loving yourself. And so, but at the same time, I've seen that meme, and I agree with it, that this notion that you no one can love you if you don't love yourself first, or somehow that is toxic. It's not that you aren't worthy of love if you don't love yourself, because so many people don't, and we're not taught to, and it's a lifelong journey learning how to do that. So that's not the message. And at the same time, it's equally toxic to have your self-worth and your worthiness dependent on whether or not you are in a romantic relationship. So it's loving yourself first because you deserve it, not in order to earn love. Because if you are taking this guidance and loving yourself first so the universe will mirror it back to you, it's like doing it so that if I do this, I will earn. It's like doing it with that intention, with that contingency in mind, that negates the purpose. You're not, if I love myself, will you give me what I want, universe? It's that you're doing it because you deserve it. You're doing it because you are worthy, and you love yourself because you do, because you're you, and because you're amazing. And so, yeah, that's it. Stack 2, you have the Ace of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, belief. The frequency of belief supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and talents and a strong connection to Source. Okay. This one feels focused on resources, health, and wealth. You got these pentacles here. So this is going to be things in the tangible world. And with belief, I'm getting a message about confirmation bias. This being a card of evidence, of assessment, of research. The universe will provide you with whatever you're looking for to support whatever you believe. You can Google anything you want, and you'll find something to support it, and you'll find something against it if you look in the right places. So they're asking you to believe in yourself and your capability of creating abundance. That's what I'm getting with these two right here. And so it's showing the intention you're focused on is growing something that's just in the beginning stages. You'll be called upon to believe in yourself with or without evidence. It's like not looking to the outside world for that evidence. Not because you're being expected to trust in something that's out of your control, trust in some bigger picture, or believe in the unseen. It's more about believing in yourself, and you trust yourself, and you believe that you can do it, and you believe you have that power, and you believe that this is going to grow into this, and this isn't the fuller picture, this is just a stop along the way, but we'll have some results that you can see in the outside world, not just have to go on faith that they're there. It's not going to manifest externally and then prove to you that you are worthy. It's going to manifest because you're worthy and because you're capable. Stack 3, you have the 10 of Cups, 2 of Wands, Miracle. The frequency of miracles supports our belief in ourselves as part of Source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. Excuse me. Miracles are one of those things that happen that we can't explain, but in the greater wisdom of the universe actually make perfect sense. This shows that what may appear, it could appear to be a miracle that happens out of nowhere, but it will be the result of you doing this, magnifying your intention. It's going to be something that you brought in. With the 2 of Wands, it's going to be going down a new path, looking down a new direction, changing your focus into a new energy, peering down a new path. And all of a sudden, it's going to appear. But it was actually there all along. So you just finally looked in the right space. As intentions go, you're focused on the biggest prize of all. This is going to be happy family life, happy home, work-life balance, emotional fulfillment. When it comes to cups, if we're talking about an emotional achievement, that's easier to create than if this were a Pentacles card, which would be like a physical manifestation. So that means that this can happen on a dime, and it can appear on a dime when you change your perspective or your focus. It's just like it was there, and when you look down, you've been looking down one path and not seeing it, but you look down that path, there it is, and there it was all along. And it's going to feel like a miracle. It's going to feel like it just appeared out of nowhere, but it's just that you finally looked in the right spot and changed your perspective. Okay, Cancer, I'll talk to you very soon with your June monthly. Thank you.